So this year I've been traveling across the entire country with the American Dream, finding the elite experts in this space to help empower your American Dream. Joining us in studio, I flew them in from Australia. Ben Brady and Rob Ford coming out of Harcourts. Good to have you on the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
So we talk a lot about the real estate market. The show's airing in other cities all across the country. There's one thing to talk about the market and then talk about marketing, a strategy that's come out of Australia that's now really big here in the U.S., or it's growing at least, is this auction strategy to sell a home. Very unique. I'm sure a lot of people that are watching right now have no idea what we're talking about. So kick us off, Rob.
Yeah.
How do you sell a home via auction? Not like a foreclosure at the courthouse, but actually selling real estate via an auction.
Yeah, well, it's interesting, and it's a process that we're very comfortable with through Australia, where a huge number of properties are sold that way. So there's a few things that we do differently. One of the reasons that we decided to bring it over here was because we believe the buyer of today is different to what they were 5 years ago. That the internet has changed the way that buyers are looking and searching for property. So I think everyone wants something now, and I think there's a need for greater transparency with that. So we saw that as a huge opportunity to come over here as an Australasian company and introduce auction, non-distressed auction, as a real way to sell property. And in order to do that, there's a number of things. Ben's actually the auction director. He follows the whole process through with listing and selling of property via auction.
When people hear auction, they're thinking, give me 10, give me 20, 20. I don't think it's like that. So if you're going to sell a property, first of all, does it matter if it's a median price? Does it have to be a luxury home? Is it anything?
It's interesting because that's one of the most common questions that we get from the general public and also other agents is that, well, can any property be auctioned? And the reality is that any property can be auctioned, but just not every person is suited to auction, not everyone's situation is suited to auction, because it is a very short, intense marketing campaign. If you think about a normal property in a normal marketplace, you see average days on marketplace in a certain area exceed 100. In the $1 million space at the moment, certainly in Orange County and places within California, it's well above a certain days on market. You see our time period shorten it into a more intensive campaign and just really draw down on what the marketplace is willing to pay for that property in that single time snap.
So how's the process work? Getting back to my lame joke about trying to be an auctioneer, it's not you're not standing in front ringing a bell, but how does the auction process work?
Yeah.
Take me from, in a short frame here, a start to finish. Someone is looking to sell their house.
Yep.
They reach out. By the way, if you are looking to sell your house, you can reach out to us at AmericanDreamNetwork.tv. We'd love to help you there. They reach out. I got $1 million house. I want to sell it. What do we do? Via auction.
It's interesting. One of the things that we've made sure of, because one of the ways that we're so used to doing real estate in Australia, New Zealand or Australasia is making sure that all the disclosures and reports and everything is done up front. It's interesting to know that when a buyer gets to go into escrow here, they then get to make a decision on whether or not they want to purchase it. They essentially purchase the home, take it off the marketplace and then get to decide. Whereas one of the things that we do, because we don't like the emotional roller coaster for sellers nor buyers of having the emotional commitment to something, then finding out that it's not ideal for them, we do a home inspection, a termite report, natural hazard disclosures, preliminary titles, any normal disclosure that happens in escrow or under contract, we do that all up front.
Correct. And that was part of that, greater level of transparency. Correct. So, we don't want people to go into escrow not knowing what they're getting, and then have a negotiation take place when it gets to that point. So
and then having contingencies there that are get out of jail free card. It's almost as if real estate should work that way anyway.
Yeah. Well, I really do believe in the premise when you're buying something of a big asset such as a home that you're going to live in or even an investment property, the reality is that making sure that you understand what you're getting into before taking it off the market, wasting your time and other people's time, because it just creates animosity in most environments.
Because we're a little limited on time, give me an example of a success story of someone who would have normally sold their home as a traditional sale, went the auction route. Would they experience?
Yeah, I think probably there's a number of expired listing, situations where
expired
that's
listings,
evident.
Okay.
I mean, if you want a specific, Ben's the best person, but we've had numerous examples, whether it be in San Diego, Orange County, over in Reno, Nevada, of property that's been sitting on the market for a long time and hasn't got the volume of people through. Yeah. We've taken it down the auction path, and the beauty of it is, as soon as you hear the word auction, you typically think a buyer thinks distressed, bargain, what's going on. So it creates more interest to the home. So we're getting more people through the front door in a shorter period of time, as Ben said, creating a greater level of competition, which is then getting results. So we've had numerous properties that have been on the market for 90 plus days, and then they're selling within 2 to 3 weeks once we put them on the auction program.
He's creating that buzz.
Exactly.
Awesome. Rob and Ben, thank you so much for coming in studio on the American Dream. Appreciate
Wonderful.
the message here today.
Great to be
Pleasure.
here.
Thank you.
All right, and if you have any questions about your real estate, whether you're looking to buy, sell, whatever it might be, don't forget, we love to be a resource for you. Reach out to us at AmericanDreamNetwork.tv. Hit that contact form. It comes directly to me.